Milo TV, bada boom. Wait, hold on, go again. Milo TV, bada bim, bada boom, bada bam. Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, click that notification bell, and guys, Milo TV is where it's at, so don't forget. Milo
TV, bada bim, bada bam, bada bam. Yeah. Bada zoom. Milo TV, bada boom, bada bam, bada zoom. Yeah. Milo TV, bada bim, bada boom, bada bam. Yeah. It's here too.
Okay. Milo TV, varabim, varabum, varabim. Yeah.
Milo TV, bada bim, bada bam. Yeah.
Milo TV, bada bim, bada boom, bada bam. That's it. Bada boom.
Milo TV, bada
boom.
Milo TV GH Toronto, Canada. Bada bin, bada boom, bada bam. Ear.
Alright, we say for me church will be about Milo TV Casafidi, so send any day the card, yes, we are and say or subscribe to Milo TV. We are now fee one like it, now commenting or share Milo TV, a YouTube channel, I create our Canada, and a deep boy and way, especially the Ghanaian community and even beyond. Over here, Team Ya, TA, and in Nigeria for the ball, Congo 4 bar, Jamaica 4 bar, St. Vincent and Lucia Munina, a baby ball, Bonubi, into which I say more or less in a year, boy, the community, and of course, over here, me what this man or a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, I friend Mr. Yakub, then in a minute better a video. And sometimes what you need to do as a refugee is say tap nimdiana or share nibi. Now one so more na fe on to me and when no case na benya asetna pa ewo Canada bra if you free bano. So bekaya ofa obag na ofa se ba ko fa pra no propra which is say bye bye wo kono ofa kotena Canada ne bobra. Nti you adwen se obeku fi no na ye wa adwen se wotena Canada no eden no bobra afi there is this guy your friend offer you TV on so bon homodin yipa on so lawyer I ni oboa offer YouTube car ekọ yes what they saying Pearson International Airport no akofa nipa de omaba of course what nipa tena ne kam de ne ko lawyer or the nipa tena ne kam esan ko ne dwumum ope accommodation manipa offer you I mean sure na onye wakoma so ade ema sometimes o kanipa ho asempa onte but udi na tema na o kan ho asema enya na alama blow afi Mr. Bruce on so bon homodin pa live goes on entertainment on so trainer shima akofa Mr. Charlie sa on so airboa or immigrants and they were in a group bia and so no because a group on so airboa yi pa kakra ewo and so and no enti over here so far the America say YouTubers no obi ana owura ni munyamfo bi and what say ya create YouTube channel no and o meje yen your friend Kobna Boatin Bonre kente this year no Kobna nyame sure na onye wakoma so ade ema ono na gradually okay kan yen nyina bomu enei ya be ye ba ko a ye boaboa ye nua no mo ba omo mbeko school omo de visit visa eba omo ba omo be die dru you know ni nyina we trying our best to help them now. So busia be kaya last year a hoba bi na abrantie makosie du oto nanan mo wansie du etu ene kan no mo bontu ya ewo eye drip to mantwe so ba bia bra nan kaja of fabasa koye de also ye de bo na busua nti akosie du no obehwe a nyame adom na busuafo na yere ne ma ne bra ne sisters ene busuafo kakra ka ho nya kwanya bai ebehwe ne ni echi ansa na yekope no krabia ewo Beachwood Cemetery and of course eno ekoto din yetititi wa anaja esan be bo mu se abrantie friend Marvin Bodu ononso sebsebe nkrofo bi asan yere asan akobo ononso tu ya na chese Ghanaian community e wo Toronto de ne yato abese no ahadwen yi ba eti kakra yankopo adom omame na onuanom kamia kwese na papa e wo kure mu dada nti meka sɛ onuanom abamuwa ene maya mienu omame ka ho omu nyina ebaye ema ye nyina ye call Lotus Funeral Home ansana ye tamamu na akugya no kwan kra na eno nso ene de epie mu eye the month of October ansana na anu ada na akugya Marvin kwan afi yete what ye bompa ye se nyame onyi saa tutu asem ne niema na wa amonfo tim a wotututuo basa yi afi yetwa January 20th ya yanka bianshim afi yesi abrante friend bright young man friend Alfred Joseph Nyako Ochiri yes saa ne friend no na obehi abrante no obo no modin yi pa ewo Ghana ne school sam ane said you see ni pa etiefa ne human relationship anu nti ena ne sister a wo Canada eye na dwen so obekọ akọfa no na ode na ba na sa abrante nye ba bi gina na ono nso aboa onuanom abo maame nom papanom na busuafo nyina ena ne sister kọfa na ba beden obesue ewo be friend Saskatoon aye one of the provinces ema omaya your friend Canada abrante ni din de Alfred Joseph Nyako Ochiri nti January 20th ena yete se owura bi one ne kọ adwuma otwe sekan ode awo abranti basa achese oya ho hwia enye yi na chese ema Toronto dane butui ema Canada meka se Ghanaian community ne de we afrewe ena ja yenyina yakọ sa eti yedididi mu ana chese ye ya dwen se be frɛ ahu se wo ye journalist na so wo tese asem bia ba ɛwɔ sɛ wo frɛ from the horse's own mouth na wo tie de ɛkɔ achetie de make no na wo tie ntia frɛ ni sister ɛwɔ Milo TV so ɛna ni sister no bon komo ɛna wo kyerɛ yɛn asɛm ne fare by de kosi ye ɛne bibia ansana ye den ye show ama obi ho video no a kyerɛ sɛ no kro ne be dedi sanse we be obroni be kase from the horse's own mouth na no ɛna Alfred no mome nya be 1 minute bi na yenka no ho asɛm kakra meka sɛ owo no 16th August 2001 awo Kumase Alfred beka sɛ opapa ye friend Charles Dixon ɛna omame ye friend ama Owusua eti na chese omo de omo ba no se omre brechi no nye den omebobra na aterenchem si beto no anya ne fault na life no sa na tie you never know ye koyenim nyina anama obetu bia no ewo ne challenge na de etese ebeto abrante no enti abusua eba asa no what were they supposed to do omo ekofa abrante dese ekope ba bi frigim edene ehye na omutu ho anamo enti omu wie no Ghanaian community no ekoye candle meka se omu nyina akohia anadwo de sumu esoso candle anadwo ekasa ye ebompa ye eye de so ombe ye bia ema abrante no ema Ghanaian community na wo bia ye Francis Kato omu nyina ahia ye omu de awo sem no eto omuchi weather condition omu de to omuchi kura ye den eye se da bia bekọ na wo yonko da no da na omu nyina ye den boom no mokoye ne omokoye what we call candle omokoye fa ne se omoso so candle ni gina ho bompa se emabi ensibion enti na de efiri ho ba no enti abusua ye bekọ time a Ghanaian community ehyiaye na wo mo eye sa candle ya so candle no na yetie no yewia na de aka no ye de atoa so amamo enti momi yanko na yanko hwe candle ina.
Wherever Alfred is right now, looking down upon us, he will be glad that we all came together to stand for him at the place where he breathed his last. And that very day when it happened, some of his co-workers said his last words were, "Help, help." He shouted, he screamed. And tonight, these are our words as well to the justice system. We say, help, help us. Help us to understand what is happening. Help us to give meaning to this. Help us. Give us justice and accountability. African and black community turn up in mass to honor the life of my brother-in-law, Alfred Ucheri, show solidarity to the family and to unite togetherness for justice. So that what happened here in this place at DSI underground will not be repeated. The family is holding up. We're holding up in times like these. It's very hard because we're grieving. My wife couldn't come here because it would be a very terrible reminder of what happened that day. It's very hard on us as a family. It's not going to bring her brother back, it's not going to bring my brother-in-law back. But at least we know that someone is listening to us, that other people within the community are standing with us.
We are all still in shock. We still don't believe it unless probably I see the body, that I can believe that Alfred is gone, because he was a very quiet guy, and then this happening to him is a surprise to all of us, especially in the Ghanaian community.
Sometimes you hear about this happening in elsewhere, and you never feel it until it hits you. Right, we were kind of surprised that it's happening in Saskatoon.
We're thinking that if this could happen to a calm person like Alfred, I've been a union president for an organization here before. So then what about us? There is a responsibility of employers to provide a safe working environment for all employees in an organization. So for this to happen, there is a breach here, something that we have to talk about.
In certain jurisdictions, the police are seen as anti-black, right? But for them to be here, that speaks volumes. So I think that is something that we want to encourage. We want to see the police working with it, not so much antagonistic to our core values as black people.
What happened, it could have happened to anyone, because he was a harmless guy, harmless student, very jovial, friendly, loving, kind. He had a shy smile about him, you know. He was very hardworking. He wanted to make an impact, contribute to the society that would give him the opportunity to live in. And he thought that he could begin here in Saskatoon to get an education. He was very close to my kids, my children. Whenever I was away working at night, he would be there to read them bedtime stories. They play video games together. He will be missed. He will be missed. He is missed.
Our hearts are saddened with the students. Community, long live we all do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That's the president of the Graduate Students Association. May the soul of Alfred Otrenyaku rest in perfect peace. Amen. Amen. We're not done. Now at this time, we're going to demand for justice for Alfred. So with our candles still up there and our flashlights, we are going to shout 3 times, justice for Alfred, justice for Alfred, justice for Alfred. So when I count 1, 2, 3, then we start. 1, 2, 3. Justice for Alfred, justice for Alfred, justice for Alfred. Now, thank you so much.
They told us there was an altercation, and then they stabbed him 17 times within a pace of 30 seconds. Alfred's name never crossed my mind when I saw the police here. At a point, I thought it was maybe a wrong address that the police came to, because I know he's very calm. Alfred is not troublesome. It was a new job he told me he had found, and he started just last Wednesday. And he left home around 2:40, picked an Uber and went to work. And around 1:20 a.m., I heard the police knocking at my door. I allowed them in, and then they had to break the news to me that unfortunately he's no more. I couldn't believe it until they brought me his bags. In fact, I packed his lunch, everything, when he was leaving. And yeah, and a document we took to SDI, I packed everything in. So it clearly told me that he was the one. That was all the information we got. As to what happened, Alfred never came home and told me he had an issue with a co-worker. Nothing. And he tells me everything. In fact, almost every day, as soon as he enters, sister, then I said, you are always bringing news. Yeah. To the extent we are at that level, I'm sorry to let my husband know. Alfred knows the password to my phone, even my bank accounts. I know his too. But my husband doesn't know. So, on that level.
I've been here for my 8th year. We've never experienced such, we've never come across such issue before. And this is our first. And in fact, that's why it's so difficult for us to comprehend why this has to happen. And we keep telling our folks or our community that this is new to us in the Saskatchewan. We used to know. And therefore, we should, though we are very frustrated and angry, we should believe that there is something in Saskatoon and the system here that will work and bring justice to our brother. So it's lovely to think of him as one of the calmest guys you can ever see. He's a person who doesn't talk that much, so it's interesting what you even discuss with him because he's always, forward-looking. And I know him to be somebody who was always trying to make ends meet and better the life of his other siblings at home.
All right, Busia say, welcome to Abba. Enti yentua musodia na chese obehwe ampanyimfo no kasai na sister na okofa abrante a your friend Ochiri anase Alfred nyako Ochiri de ne ba Canada no ba je tiniye sister no your friend Lydia Obin na condition binti ono ni kunu a your friend Moses Ahiabu ono enene busuya fortuna se no mse da bi ombe organization bi no ma pbibi kakra e de aboa se de beye na o maame na o papa nso benya anase o mbetumi ahwe aye ne funeral bibia arrangement ne bibia de besi bia no ye de bebrembeden so far de beka se Moses Ahiabu ono is organizing this fundraiser on behalf of Lydia Obin ntina se omo aye bibia friend GoFundMe eye ebra ye nhyehyeye na ya pesika na ya de aboa empo se kobase ya de amu no ekọ Ghana anase mpo se omu sie na ha unim enema bi a wo ho a wo se omo ye nti sisi omo organize what we call GoFundMe eti ya de ni nyina beto no na obi a nani abrese obehwe na waboa bia no na ono nso ahwe ayeden na waboa na ye de yi atoyi oyonkoda ene woda nti yenuanum Ghana fo amwo abruchire enye sebe Canada nkoa ene nye US nkoa ene nye Australia nkoa nti baabi bia wo bia wo betumi asore waka na waba besom abo bia no wada amasore ne besom bi na bra bebo na mpani se wonso moyi wono ene nipa na de to bia ni anya wono na yi na media me ya ne se sister ya okofa wonu aba na wono nso abesiki greener pasture abibi se ya tono no hadwen papa bet obey anything me no mienu bibia ni ho betumi aye nti sister no nso voice wo ho sister na make say friend no sister Obin no ono nso Lydia Obin ono nso beka ko fan voice na yabo na obibia enso we come once again Sahaya Milo TV Toronto Canada subscribe we are like no comment no share nti yepa mo chopi mo me nyina ye sorry Ghanaian Canadian Association omo asori omo eye enhyehyeye se omo kakra bia Mr. Diodu one nabusuafo ebebo bia no they are also helping. And what are you doing as a Ghanaian? Kakra wo de beko bia no omo ebeji na omo de aboa na afi abrante Ochiri omo ahwe na omo pen krabe na mom ye gina ne so abompa ye nyame onyi mfrim ma omeye nte asemete se biu afi ya ka yete asenso omo ye hwe ye ho so yi yedamase Milo TV Toronto Canada subscribe we like comment na share TV Toronto Canada subscribe if today is your first time like my videos comment and then share bada bim bada boom bada bam